Hello Internet, it's Dwayne giving you a weekly update here. Sorry I haven't posted my video on Monday like I usually do. Actually took the whole week off last week to work on a kitchen remodel, so that was doing that. It was kind of a crazy week overall. It was a week of pain and suffering. I'm exaggerating, but there was some pain there in my arm. I finally got results back on the MRI, and it was severe distal biceps tendinosis with non-retracted intermediate grade partial tear and a bone contusion. So in other words, a bone bruise. But what that's really saying is it's tendinosis, which is not tendinitis. So tendinitis is the problem is caused by the inflammation that's going on. Tendinosis is actual degradation of the tendon. So that wasn't real good news, but at least it's not torn, it's not retracted, it hasn't pulled back. I don't have the Popeye arm that a lot of guys get when that comes completely off. So that's a good sign, but it could also get that way if I'm not careful with it. So it's really affected my workouts a lot. I'm still hoping that I can reach my goal of getting pretty shredded with no supplements, as I'm trying to do, and this is going to get in the way because it's hard to build or preserve muscle when you have a calorie deficit going on if you can't lift pretty heavy, and I just can't lift very heavy with this one arm that's out. Even squats, things like squats and doing it, just holding my arm back like this has really sucked, but have been going to physical therapy, and I have to vouch for that. That's actually been improving it, even little tiny twist movements and just the rubber band stretches and that kind of thing. Believe it or not, that's actually really helping, and I'm kind of a mindset of it's got to be a little on the heavier side to see any difference, so I'm kind of surprised to see that, but I'm happy about that. As far as let's see, I took my measurements. I'm at 208 pounds. I started at 220. That's not the most important thing though. I was at 45 pounds of fat. I'm now at 34 pounds of fat. So that's 11 pounds of fat loss, and I'm still at 174 pounds lean. That's the key. That's awesome. So I went from 20.6% fat to 16.3% body fat, which is great. I'm actually really surprised that my lean weight has stayed up like that. So the only other thing that's kind of been going on, I mentioned that there was the pain. It was a week of pain. I also had this back pain that kicked in. It was like sciatica. It just killing me. I couldn't figure out what it was. It was actually on both sides. Every time I'd stand up, it would hurt. And a friend of mine who's a massage therapist, to his credit, immediately said, maybe it's because your toes are pointed out a little bit too much. He called it the piriformis muscle. I think I'm saying that right. And that's what rotates your leg outward. And I guess if you walk with kind of duck feet for a while, then that muscle can get shortened and inflamed and all kinds of problems with it. So I've started to pay attention to the way that I walk, and I can't believe it, but just walking with my feet straight, and it's your not your big toe, but the second to big toe, the second one in, you try to point that straight forward so that if you were to bend over, your knee would be directly over that second toe, not the big toe again. And amazingly, the back pain seems like it's kind of going away. When I go to sleep, I try to sleep with my feet tilted in a little bit like this. Obviously, you don't want to become pigeon-toed, but I don't know how long I've been walking that way, but I think that's been causing hip problems, knee problems, all kinds of different pain. So if you have anything like that, if you think you have sciatica, some kind of pain like in your lower back or shooting all the way down the back of your leg, maybe take a look at how you're walking. A lot of guys seem to just kind of stand there, sort of the typical like king of the hill stance where you're standing there drinking a beer and your feet are sort of facing outward like that. And I did a lot of that this week when I was working on the kitchen. They're sitting there waiting, for my dad to finish his part. My dad was helping me out. Thank you, Dad. Amazingly, that's been really helping. So, but I did want to tell you, I am still working on the part two of cardio training. As you can see, it's still here. I'm working on it right now, little by little getting there. So I will have that posted shortly, at the latest next Monday, and then after that it's strength training. That's the final one. So then I'm done with with this series at least. I've got a lot of other stuff planned. But anyway, thanks for sticking with me through all of this. Just wanted to give you a quick update. Things are still moving forward, even though there's the rhythm of fitness and improving your life is always 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And that 1 step back can feel so painful because you thought that 2 steps forward was where you were from now on. So just remember that you're going to have setbacks just like I am right here. But overall, the overall picture, the overall trend is still moving forward, still improving. So anyway, thanks guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.